Okay, we are here with a new video about the fixed asset management tool and its main feature. The first of which the user need to change the folder it is where you want to save the reports. The second one is parameter sheet. Parameter sheets, it has the report frequency. It can be monthly, quarterly, half year, and yearly. And the second one is updating the category list. Departmental list, where assets are located to, items list, locations, and the last one is adding depreciation method and rates to the different categories. We have two methods available: straight line and reducing. Okay. Now let's add some of the assets. We will be adding in the same form, in the same transaction, different items to different categories. Multiple rows can be added, and we have the import option as well. We will discuss in a while. So now let's add few assets. Add transaction number, date format is month, date, and year. Choose the item from the drop down. The drop downs are all coming from the parameter sheet. Total cost will be calculate automatically multiplying the quantity into unit cost. Add another row to it. When we click the add button, for each quantity, one row will be added. So if we look at now, let's add the third one, and then I will let you know how many rows of data we are going to enter. Let's say 50 here. So 200 for the chairs, 100 for the tables, and the 50 for the computer. So total asset that we will be going to add is 350. Let's say the background, you're looking at the background, assets have been added. Let's check it. FAID is unique, so we can see what's the last FAID. It should be 350. See, FAID is 350. So in one transaction, we have added the 350 assets. Now let's check the report. The previous one was for the last data. Now let's say if it's going to update 2024. Look at the background of the report. It's changed. So we have added around 11 billion of assets. If you look at the cost, out of which furniture was 6 million. Now let's see, the import button perform almost the same city, but it can be bulk. You can like, it can be 1,000 of assets, different categories. So now let's click on the import, go to the tab. I will provide the import form where the user need to add the asset that they want to import, and then click on the import button, select the file, and assets will be imported. Now let me show you the import file. So the import file contains almost the same fields that are in the form. So the mapping has no issues. Third one is a cancel button just to close the form. Now in the update option, we have the option to update the item details, department's location. In some cases, an item have been moved from one to another, from one location to another, from one department to another, or the detail that have been entered is different. So now we are updating an assets detail, uh, changing its department location, and let's say it updated. So, so we updated the three fields related to assets. The import option performed the same first thing. A disposal, same option. Disposal can be added single-handedly or multiple times through the import button. Let's dispose of the first assets. Let's select FAID 1. It's a chair. The user will be entering the transaction number and its disposal value. So we can calculate the gain or loss on the disposal of the assets. Read the data and then click the save button. So if we look from auditor point of view, they need information like the report, like fixed asset schedule, supported by the category report, supported by editions list and disposal list. Now let's update it. Now we come to know that assets value, disposal value is different than what has been entered. You can update it here. You can even change the transaction number just in case the previous one was not correct. Then click save and update. So now we have discussed the data entry part. Now the reports are very simple. Click on the tab. What it does, it does two things. It opens the forms where user need to add information and also take to the relevant sheet. As the first one is fixed schedule, and we have the print option as well. Print, email, and save option. In the folder, reports will be saved in the area or in the folder uh, which address we have provided in the main sheet. Fixed assets. This is the main report. It's we can say it's item based. It's like doesn't include the uh, it's not like other reports. Other reports are like on category wise, department wise, location wise. This is overall report for this. And you need to check the accuracy of it by comparing the net book value of the report to the fixed asset schedule. Again, we have the print option, email option. Email is attached directly to as a PDF. That's an active facility. Category. Okay. So as we discussed, from auditor point of view, what auditor needs? Auditor needs reports like business schedule, supported by the category-wise report, supported by the editions and disposal. And if they want to physically check some of the assets, they can do so by the locations report. Location on this report is normally required when assets are to be physically verified, and you can do so for okay. You can select separate category for in the category wise report. You can select separate location or all option in the location wise report, and the same kind of option is available when we will check the department wise list. See, we have the option. Let's select location one. For all the reports, you just need to um, verify the accuracy of the reports. This is the edition list. Edition list can be for any category, for a department, or all options between two dates. So let's say you have a financial year that is running from January 1st to the December 1st, you can do so. Uh, Here in our country, the financial year runs from July 1st to June 30th. And this edition report can be traced back to the schedule in the editions list. So 2.5 million. Let's discuss the disposal list. And disposal, one of the advantage it has this report is that it calculates the gain or loss as well. So what it is, it's calculate the net book value and compare it with the disposal value that they have entered while adding the disposal of the assets. So it's calculate the gain or loss on each asset disposed of. All the reports has the facility to be printed, email, and save as PDF. Another report that reports assets with net book value zero. And this report is useful if a management want to check how many assets are retiring at a particular date. So we checked from in 2005, no asset have are expiring or fully depreciating. Now, if you check 4 years after, almost all of the assets will be disposed of. Sorry, assets will net book value because the after 5 years, sorry, because we have a depreciation rate of 20%. And then based on this report, the assets with NBV zero, the management can decide whether they want to replace it or continue with the using of the assets. Department wise, it's almost same functionality as the category wise or the location wise. Okay. Dashboard is different from other reports. It's giving the overall view of the company's assets. It's included the cost by category, purchases made in the last 12 months, purchases in the last 12 months by month and by category. And also at the top, it gives you overall how many assets the organization has, how many have been disposed of, and how many assets at a particular date are with the NBB zero. Management report is sometimes our departments or the management needs how many total asset we have and what are the items and in its quantity. So sometimes they allocate asset from one locations to another and they find a few where an assets are needed and where we have it. So sometimes the items been in store and rather than purchasing a new one, we just allocate it from the store. So we need to have that information. We can check it from the